Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisha, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. First up, Emanuel Augustus, 170 centimeters tall with a reach of 173. And he'll be facing Teofimo Lopez. He's 5'8" tall and has a reach of 68.5 inches.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
And here is Emanuel Augustus. You talk about one of the most unique styles in boxing history. This man has it. The drunken master, ladies and gentlemen. The takeover, Teofimo Lopez. Huge wins already in his young career. He's beaten Vasily Lomachenko and Josh Taylor and is a two-division world champion.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome the battle-ready Emanuel Augustus. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, in the United States, an electrifying two-division champion of the world, known as the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And that's the opening bell, round one. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. It's all offense all the time. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. The halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, use the jab, use the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Augustus in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get that jab back.
Great work, I love it. I love it, that jab slick.
Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round. Right? It's only one round.
Here we go, it's round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
That right hand scored perfectly. Good-looking hook, but it was blocked. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Lands the jab. Nice job blocking the hook. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get back out there.
Good round, I like it, I'm happy. Good man.
Over here, you've got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag.
Was 1-2 straight down the middle, you can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused.
Team back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and breathe while you're stepping around. That was a terrible round, that is.
Will appear. You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't...
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and go out there and prep.
Yeah, don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of what you do. Good work.
Lose this fight, dear. Come on, you've let him back into this. You're better than this kid.
Into the fight, don't give him no free shots.
There's the bell to start round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. They are giving us a high-tempo show. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A perfect counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
So that they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gap's up.
Get your mind back on the draw. Get back out there and win the round.
You're looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
That jab gets blocked. The perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switch on.
Yeah, great. Just stay focused.
Lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've led him back into this. You're better than this.
Well, you was thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots.
There's the bell to start round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. Back and forth they go. He misses with that jab. No rest for the weary. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. They're trying to get into their opponent's head. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Okay, now you're switching on. Get your mind back on the job.
About time. Now, I don't want to load up.
There's the bell to start round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Scores with the straight left. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Teofimo in some real trouble here. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
The jab not finding its target. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the judge.
Here comes round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Straight right just misses. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want the knockout. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Down goes Emanuel Augustus. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
and leave them the comfort.
Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath.
Stick around the jab and then start batting the play.
And we enter the 8th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Good counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Just with that jab. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
The straight right just misses. Scores with the counter. And Lopez is dazed. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switching on.
Oh, otherwise they'll see it and they'll ride it out. Go out there.
And there's the bell for round 9. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shot. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Nice counter. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He blocks that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Teofimo Lopez goes down. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4. And we continue.
Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
We've been coasting this fight.
A few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it a little bit.
And there's the bell for round 10. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Those counter punches have to hurt. A lot of effort being exerted here. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. He threw a punch and just got countered. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Come on, you want to win this fight? Right. Done all your work.
Just the same again.
Here's the 11th. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Incredible work rate. Both men step back for just a moment. Catch and shoot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That counter shot lands. His stamina is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. They exchange punches. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus. Augustus in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
So just keep him on the end of his jab.
And there's the bell to start round 12. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well done with that counter shot. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much for boxing. This is a fight. They got out of the way of that right hook. Good counter punching. That big hook doesn't land. Swing and a miss with the hook. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.